whether it be you and me to the end of eternity beginning naturally. You gotta show me love.
Thanks for tuning in. Today is Martin Luther King's birthday, which will be January the 15th at approximately it's 3:14 a.m. in the morning. Um, so something weird just happened to me. Um, First and foremost, I've been talking to my friends, a couple of my friends, about me being 100% clean. So far, for about, I'll say 3 weeks, I've been without sin. No fornication, no unclean food, nothing that's against God. Like, seriously, you know, yes, I had sex demons come to me in my dream, because that's what happened when you live in fornication and you free yourself of that curse. That sex demon tries to come back to you in a dream, and he knows what you like, and so he attacks you in a dream, and you wake up and you feel like you've been violated. You be solid rock or whatever, or you have the urge to call somebody and you know act out what you just dreamt. But so yeah, that happened to me 3 to 4 times in the last week and a half. You know, certain females I dealt with that I was very attracted to, and we're no longer together. They popped up, doing some naughty things, that you know we no longer do. So the thing is, I've been clean without sin, going on 3 weeks. So I've been feeling good. I've been seeing life in a different light at this point. So I'm laying here, and I'm listening to Ringo Reaction TV, and he just so happens to be preaching a sermon, right, about the Bible or whatever. I mean, I listen to Bible sermons all the time, and so I'm laying there, right, and at the time, I want to say it's about, one, if I can remember, it's about 1:30, and I fell into a deep sleep. And I know it was a deep sleep because when I woke up and I looked at my clock, it was 1:48 a.m. and I made a phone call to this person who did not pick up, who called me earlier, and I didn't return the phone call. So the exact time was 1:48 when I woke up. Exactly. The first thing I did was looked at my iPhone. So the weird part is, when I was listening to the Ringo TV, I was just listening to him, and he was speaking some real life facts, about, how people need to overcome their obsession. Everybody having an obsession. Everybody, you're not doing 1,000 sins. Everybody have a sin that you can overcome, and people sin because you want to sin. You're not saying it because you have to. You're saying it because you want to. And so, guys, stop beating the drum. Females, stop playing with the toys, and, whatever it is that you're doing, you need to try to overcome it. So I want to say around 1:30, I fell into a deep dream, right? So and I want to document this because it could mean nothing, or it can be a um, you know, it could be a premonition. So, in so many words. And so, a lot of times when you have a dream, a premonition, a vision, sometimes you only get that for about 5 minutes. And when you wake up, you have to write it down. You have to talk about it. You have to document it, because in the next 30 to 40 minutes, maybe an hour, you forget all the details of that. See, you don't get that long. Sometimes something will be given to you, and when you wake up, write it down. Let me get that right now. So that's why I'm doing this, because I wasn't planning on doing no content today. You know, it's hell, damn it, at 3 in the morning, I got to get up and go to work. So I don't know how important it is, but yeah. So I'm laying down. I fell into a deep dream. Fall into the dream, and I have a friend named Nate. You know, we talking. He's a friend of mine. Used to work with me. I haven't saw him in over a year or so, but I end up seeing him. I'm like, hey, what up, bro? So we end up walking and we talking. Everything is just fine, normal. I don't remember the extent of the conversation, but I do remember it's clear that it was him. All right, there's no doubt about that. So we were walking, we talking, and I told him, and see, that's why I say you be forgetting things. That's why you have to hurry up and write it down. But I stopped and I went into this place, right? Which so happens to be something like a community center. Remember, I played basketball for a long time. I want to say somebody said something to me, but I end up going into the facility. And when I went to the facility, yeah, I know they was having it was a basketball game going on, which I stepped into the facility. And when I stepped into the facility, I seen some familiar faces. So it was this one guy that when I was DJing out in Indianapolis, I ended up seeing him somehow. And when he saw me, he had like he was mad at me. Now, this is a good friend of mine. But he had like he was mad at me. And I was like, I kind of followed him to the locker room. I'm like, what's going on, bro? And he ain't say nothing. I'm like, come on, man, don't act like that. What's up? What's good? What's good, bro? You know, it's like he just didn't want to give me the doubt, you know. So he ended up shaking my hand. I'm like, man, Joe, it's like that. It's like that. So it's like whatever it was, he wasn't fucking with me. All right, clearly, he wasn't fucking with me. I said, okay. So I ended up going to the gym room. I don't know. I have no idea. I really don't know as far as the situation of me being there, but now I just remember, hey, my friend Nate was outside waiting on me, and I told him wait. So at this point, I'm assuming some time went by, so I didn't want to keep him waiting. So I said, you know what? Let me go back out there with my friend Nate. Now, the interest I came in, I didn't go out the entrance. I end up going out like a side door, a back door, which would lead me like all around. You know how you go out of a place and you walk through the facility, and now you go out a different door. You got to walk all the way around instead of just, you know, coming in the way you came in. So what happened is when I was coming out the door, because these are parts that I remember, you know, clearly, it was I think a guy and a woman, they was actually trying to come in, you know. So when I opened the door, they was coming in. And so when I opened the back door, I see that there wasn't the place that I came in, because like it's like I'm in the back now. It's like a yard or something. And so when like I'm not going to go this way. I'm going to come back, walk to the gym and go the way the door had closed. And there was a little hole right there that you can put your, like there's a little hole right there in the door. So I tried to open the door with that hole and it didn't open. So I started bamming on the door. I'm bamming on the door, trying to get back into the building. And nobody came to the door. Nobody. I figured that the people that I just let in would have came back and reopened the door. That never happened. So I goes like, okay, whatever. I goes in the back and say I'm gonna walk around the building. Now I'm walking in the back, and it's dark outside. Not pitch black dark, because it's never too dark in your dream. You can always see. So I'm actually in the back, and I'm seeing like these cars riding around. They red cars. Was they Mercedes Benz? It was definitely red cars, sort of like transformer mode, like just red cars. So the cars would be riding around, and yeah, they was definitely Mercedes Benz. They had like the trucks, and what happened is, it's like they have like the Tesla cars that they was driving by themselves. No one was in these cars, and it was a whole lot of them. And I'm in the back walking through grass, not grass, but like little grass, wood, glass, like if you go to where it's homeless at, it's not going to be grass. It's just going to be a lot, some type of lots, but broken tree trunks, all that type of stuff. And I'm seeing that these cars has everybody like scared. And what happened is, like, if the car drive past a person, the car just drive past a regular car. Then what happened, it'll do like a transformer mode into a drop top, like Benz. The color is clearly red. It's red. And then the car like a turn around and speed real quick. And I guess just hit the person, run them over, kill them or something. And then transform back into a regular car. So when the car seen me, it stopped and it transformed. So I ran to hid behind like a little tree trunk, and it was riding slowly, like looking for me, like seriously looking for me. I wasn't, scared, but I was like curious. So what I'm trying to do, I'm like, wow. So I'm trying to get my phone and I'm trying to record it. Like, man, I gotta show this. My phone somehow is not recording. The camera mode is not even trying to work, period. And so I'm steady trying to get the phone to work, and some dude, this weird guy that I used to play basketball with, he's an older dude, 60, 65. He got gray hair, but I used to see him out west all the time. So he ended up coming, and he grabbed me, and I turned around. He said, "Hey, come on, follow me. Don't do it, just follow me." And like, all right, cool. He like, come on. And it's like he was going into some type of cave to where all the people was hiding out, which indicates that these cars kind of took over. And he like, come on, follow me. And I'm like, okay, cool. So now what I'm doing, I end up trying to follow him, and I dropped my keys. Okay, I dropped my keys in the grass. So now I'm looking for my keys. So I turned the flashlight on to my iPhone, and I'm looking through the grass, just looking for the keys. You know how I'm searching on the ground, like shit, it can't be far, but I'm just steady searching. Of course, when I turned on my light on my iPhone, it never popped on. You're gonna drain. But yes, So I'm steady searching. I'm searching for the keys, and I look up and the guy's gone. I can no longer find him, and I see the cars just starting to transform, and they riding around, and they had like a little drop top Mercedes-Benz truck. It backed up and transformed into the drop top Mercedes-Benz truck and backed up towards me or whatever, you know what I mean? You know, backed up and, you know, transformed like towards me or whatever. And man, I just remember at that point, I just woke up. And when I woke up, it was like 1:48. That's the first thing I looked at was my the first thing I did was looked at my my iPhone. 1:48 a.m. And when I woke up, I heard the guy Ringo TV reaction, steady talking, preaching the word, right? And I'm like, what the fuck? That is weird, man. You know, that was very weird. Now, what's crazy about it, it could be something with that movie, the Obama movie that came out, Lead the World Behind, the Michelle Obama, Barack Obama movie. And you know, in that movie there, I guess when the people was trying to leave, the Tesla cars was bagged all up on the expressway to where it, you know, by its being computerized, it was all GPS to one location. And the lady just figured out, like, the car was going like maybe, you know, them Tesla fast, they might be doing 180 miles an hour. And it was all coming, just kept coming and ended up crashing into the next Tesla until it made a big old pile up. So, you know, I don't know, but, you know, again, I wasn't, you know, I seen the movie, but that was like almost a month or two ago or something. So there will be no reason for me just to be thinking about that movie. It's not like I just saw the movie, you know, today or yesterday, and I started to, you know, dream about. That's normal. Like, I wasn't even dreaming about this movie, and that just kind of popped up. So, I don't know. Again, this could mean nothing, you know. Could mean nothing. But I like to document things because I do this is because one thing is I said a while back, a year ago, you know, once I got older and I started realizing things, I had to, you know, show evidence that I called it before it came, that I believe Snoop Dogg was involved in the Tupac murder along with the security, and you know, that Keefy D was just some dude trying to get clout off the murder, you know, thinking that it was too far gone and he can just talk about it, you know. But, you know, I said that is because, again, I already did a documentary about that. I had to go check it out. hey, you seen Tupac? And you think you can get, hook me up with Pac and I can get an autograph? It was no longer about, hey, I want to see you. He wasn't as big a star as he was. Once Pac came home, it's like the tension left. So he had a nice buzz for a couple of years, and that left. Not saying that people didn't still rock with Snoop because he was still hot, but it was more of a Tupac saga. So that's why I usually document things when it happens, so I can be like, yeah, I called it. You feel me? So I called that already, and I had to go back and show people that, hey, watch this guy Snoop. You got to keep in mind, it's just too many things. In a lot of videos they were showing, he wasn't rocking with Pop at all. Pop was naive. Then what happened with the airplane thing? When he said he had the knife and Tupac wasn't rocking with him. And then shortly after that, Pac was dead. And it's like, hey, this guy just come off a murder. You know what I mean? So it's clearly, he was gang connected. And security was saying that Reggie Wright, was telling people not to bring their guns, and it just a lot of things that you have to listen to the original footage from '96, not 2017, 18, 19. All these fake documentaries, the clout chasers. Go back to '96 when it first happened. The people that's dead told they side and end up dead. That's what I listen to. And I say, you know what? Snoop got a hand in that. And the security, I thought Suge was in on it for a long time. Suge's name was coming up. But that's not the case at this point. I no longer believe that. I'm old enough and wise enough to understand, the players behind it. Reggie Wright Jr. and Snoop Dogg and Suge's wife was all a big conspiracy, if I say. Go down my YouTube and you'll see the Tupac things, a 3-hour story that I did. But I say to you all, if you have a dream, a vision, a premonition, anything that you dream about, sometimes God can come to you and he can give you that real quick. Sometimes you done had a dream about a lottery number. 5 numbers come out. If you wake up, write them down. It could be anything. A lot of people had dreams that seem so real. 5 minutes later, you can't even remember what you dreamed about. You can't. It's like, wow. And it seems so real. That means you missed out. So God does communicate with people. And he does send, it tells you in the Bible, he does send dreams. He comes to you in a dream. And, I want to say this. I want y'all to understand that the Bible speaks the truth. Don't get it twisted. If you read Acts 2:17, it says, and in the last days it shall be, God declares that I will pour out my spirit on all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy. And your young men shall see visions, and your old men shall dream dreams. Or if you go to Joel 2:28, and it shall come to pass afterwards that I will pour out my spirit on all flesh. Your sons and your daughters shall prophesy. Your old man shall dream dreams, and your young man shall see visions. So I don't know. He's saying that he's coming to us in dreams, and we will prophesy and different things. So if you have that or receive that, what you must do is you must take that and you must write it down, such as the way a lot of the Bible scriptures are. God come to them, and just like I'm prophesying this right now, that's what you probably need to do moving forward. And this, so I'm gonna get my thoughts right. My whole thing is, I think that these AI at some point are going to pretty much take over. You know, it's going to be some Wi-Fi movie to where when you come out there, you're going to start seeing a lot of different, I don't know, look like some type of matrix. You know, you're going to work area, thousands of AI robots, to where the people not going to really be able to do anything with these robots. Like, seriously, not going to be able to do anything with these robots. So my thing is, I think that we should stay away from these things right here. Like, really, stay away from these things. It's not safe to have in your home. I wouldn't have it around my children. There was a situation to where AI attacked an employee. I want to say in 2020 or 21. It got out, but it kind of never surfaced. They kept it, you know, away from the public, saying that people would not want to trust it. When you try to create nature, it always backfires. You know, you can't create nature. You know, be who God made you to be. You know, stop cutting body parts off, adding body parts. You know, you wasn't made or created like that, so don't do it. My whole thing about it, my premonition, stay away from these things. If you're a person that has something like this happen to you, respond to me in the comments. You know, something I want to talk about. If you seriously had a premonition and it didn't, you know, it come to pass, talk to me. I'd like to have you on the show. You know, we can talk about it, get your story out. Seriously, comments only. But you can see it all in the movies. These movies ain't out for nothing. Let's not be ignorant to the fact that when movies come out, it's for warnings. Y'all take care.